Hello everyone, this is my Commodore Plus 4 which is almost working. I've never had it working before, but after many hours of beating the thing up with a big hammer, it's burst back into life, which is quite nice. What it had initially was a black screen. It didn't really do anything. You turn it on and you just get a blank screen. You turn it off and there was a little sort of grey screen just for a second or two inside that blank screen, and then obviously go off. So it didn't actually do anything. But in the meantime, I got hold of a C16, which also doesn't work, but it almost works. It powers on. The screen's corrupt, but it turns on and functions, kind of. So I thought, well, I'll pinch the chips out of the C16. Well, I didn't. I did it the other way around, actually. I pinched the chips out of the Plus 4 and put them in the C16. And what I found was that 3 of the chips gave me a black screen on the C16. So I took the 3 chips out of the C16 and put them in the Plus 4, and more or less this happens. Now what tends to happen when it's cold is somewhere here there will be a black square, a black character. Don't know why it occurs, but it does. When the machine's loading or doing something, that black square flashes quite rapidly, but it's always there. Now it's been on for a couple of hours now, and it's gone from the black square always being displayed to it flickering, and now for some reason it's gone. I'll reset it and see if it comes back, so hang on. No, it's gone. It's obviously camera shy. So okay. Oh, I've also stripped the keyboard completely, which is a pain in the neck, but none of the keys work. Yeah, and another curious thing about this machine is the fuse there. If I take the fuse out, the machine still powers on. Not quite sure what's going on there, but anyway. So what doesn't work? Well, forget about that. What doesn't work? Well, clearly that doesn't work, but the 8501 is dead. Oop. Dead as a doornail. Where's that? That's the PLA. Is that dead? Yes, it is. PLA is dead. Not a bit dead, it's a lot dead. And this is the, what's this? A CPU, is it? 8360. Don't have to check my MOS numbers. I'm not familiar with the Plus 4, to be honest. I don't know what the MOS numbers mean. But yeah, basically the CPU is dead. The TED is dead. It's dead, Jim. And the PLA is dead. Fortunately, these are all the most expensive chips in a Plus 4. The ones that fail most frequently, and the ones that cost most money. So I suppose I will replace them for working ones at some point. Pain in the neck. But anyway, here she is. This is the Plus 4. Lazarus, as it's called. Dead, dead, dead. Or it was. So this is the Plus 4, or the what was it? 264. Mr. Bill Hurd's baby. There's quite a lot of things I do like about the Plus 4. I did use one briefly originally in about 1987. Didn't like it much. No games for it. But things have changed now. The keyboard, it's just a snapping ribbon. That thing's for the what's that for? Caps lock, or is it shift lock? One or the other. All the screws here, I had to take those off, remove that panel. The LED has only got a little clip. Clean all the contacts with the isopore stuff. And then clean each individual key and put it back together. Took a good hour, but now all the keys work, which is quite nice. I'll just reset that again. One thing it doesn't do is when you press F1, you'll see it says 3+1. Now what you should do is press enter, and a whole world of business applications opens before your very eyes. Or not in this case. Well, that's interesting. Before, when I had the black screen, somewhere here, there would be a flashing white block where the black block would be. I'm not quite sure why that's gone now. It's obviously warmed up and mended itself. I've wired in the SD to ISE into the serial, pinched the live 5V from the user port, joystick conversion from the silly little DIN to the Atari 9-pin. Now no games will run except for Airwolf, which does run, which I find very strange. But anyway, I'll put air asterisk go, and that is loading now. There's my flashing block. Come back. Yeah, when the machine's working, that block rapidly flashes, or it does when it's cold. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's faulty RAM or the TED's playing up. I really need to make a diagnostic cartridge for it. Oh, I have messages saying popular. Anyway, this is Airwolf, which I shall play with one hand. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, so I'm not much better with two hands. But anyway, that's Airwolf. That is the only game that will work, which is quite strange. I'll reset this. Do a little directory. I'm not sure if it's a RAM fault or a TED fault. There's something going on. We'll load Manic Miner. This is interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. There's clearly a fault. With these chips that are working, semi-working, if I put them in the C16, it's just a garbled screen. So clearly something's not quite right. But I don't know what. But I shall investigate eventually, before I'm too old. Oh, blow me. Works. That would never work. I don't believe it. Come on, Manic. How do you jump? Ah, space. Well, I don't believe it. I must have tried this 10 times through the course of the day and it's never loaded. And now it does. Well, that's weird. Ooh, I'm excited now. Let's try another one. Sorry for the screen wobbling, but well, you know, that's the way it goes. So what else can we try? It doesn't. Cane never works. It just doesn't seem like it's going to work in any way, shape, or form. So we'll see. Anyway, this is a 264. It was for sale by Commodore in. Oh, aha! The block is back. See? What does that mean? That means it don't like cane. That's obviously well. It's a quality control block. Obviously, if the game's crap, it don't work. Yeah, oh balls. The +4 was for sale in 1985, I think. A complete flop. Meant to replace a 64, but it just wasn't good enough. Well, some say it was meant to replace a 64, some say it was meant as a cheap business computer. It didn't do either of those things very well, so it didn't do anything. no one bought it until it was reduced to, was it 99.99 or 79.99, whatever it was, and then people bought it. So a bit of a late resurgence, very much like the TI-99 did, which nobody bought until that was reduced. But anyway, it was for sale for a year before it was withdrawn from market, and I think all the surplus stock went to Hungary, or Eastern Bloc countries anyway, where they proved very popular. I think they had a schools program in Hungary for it, where it was the government endorsed computer. Or I could have made that up or read it about something else. But anyway, the plus 4. Ooh. No idea what I typed in there. I wasn't paying any attention at all. Yeah, the plus 4, it came packaged with 4 built-in programs in ROM. A spreadsheet, a word processor, a graphics package thing, and something else. All of them were garbage. They were very poor quality, and basically nobody bought it, nobody wanted it, so Commodore probably made a loss on it. I don't know how many they sold, but the basic but the basic premise of it was quite good. It could have been a decent machine if you put a proper sound chip in it and gave it proper C64 graphics. The improved BASIC was good. It had more memory, usable memory, than the 64. It was a better machine. But oh well, there we go. So anyway, that's my I was going to say C64. That's my plus 4. The first time it's run in quite a long time, many years, I would expect. You see the top case is missing. The reason for this is it's damaged. It's been heat damaged at some point. It's slightly warped. It doesn't shut properly. So I'll probably buy another cheapo plus 4 off eBay and swap about the best bits and make a reasonably nice looking machine. I don't know what's going on with the fuse. It don't seem to need a fuse. So unless someone's bypassed it under the motherboard, but I doubt it. But you never know. People do the strange things. But anyway, that's a plus 4. At some point I shall do a video of what's wrong with it when I get it going. So until then, hey ho. Thank you.